Baseball Insiders Show presented by BCWSA. A look deep inside the game from a former player's perspective. The Septa Baseball Insiders Show is brought to you by Dion Square, Septa, Pat Dion Beverage, Penn Community Bank, and BCWSA. Let's go live and get set for the Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA. Now, here are your hosts, Phillies Director of Fun and Games John Brazer and former pitcher from the '93 National League champion Phillies, Tommy Greene.
All right, welcome to the Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA. We're live from Pass and Stowe at Citizens Bank Park. I'm John Brazer, joined by my good buddy and co-host, Tommy Greene. Tata Greene.
Hey, pal. How you doing? I'm doing outstanding. Good to wear shorts to the ballpark today.
How about that?
Short-sleeve shirt.
Beautiful weather today. Beautiful weather yesterday. We got some food. This is
all
my
God,
good
here we
right
go,
here.
man. I'm having a great day already.
Well, you know what? Let's just, earliest we've ever done this, because we've got a great show today. But let's put him on right here because he's putting the, man
look
do
at
I see a lobster roll?
Yes,
wow.
Yeah. How about that?
Wow, that's right. La Lobsters, right? Wow. All right, Jason Firestone is here early, which is great.
That's awesome.
Can you eat lobster roll, Tommy?
I can eat lobster.
Awesome. All right. All right, Jason, you got to sit down here because we got to go through some of this stuff. Wow. All right, so Jason Firestone comes on with us every week when we're home from Citizens Bank Park. He's from Aramark. Jason, what do we got here, man? I'm super excited.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
Can we go to break right now? I want to eat.
Hey, just tell them we can put the radio show on hold right now.
We got some awesome new items. This weekend for Boston makes sense doing a lobster roll. So out at the Coca-Cola corner out in Left Field Plaza, partnered with La Lobster. They got 4 locations, closest being in Yardley.
Okay.
Fresh claw meat, split top griddled roll from Pepperidge Farms, and then you got your pickled lemon wedge and your Hers Kettle chips. So,
I'm telling you, this looks so good. And then
Very
what do we
good.
have here? We got some taco. Now, what is that, a nachos? What is that?
So brand new item, ballpark exclusive, so the only place you can get it at, Hers Taco to Go. So basically a walking taco in a bag, so great item you can eat in the seats. All your favorite toppings, chicken, beef, sour cream, nacho cheese, all the good stuff loaded up into a bag you can eat with a fork.
That is unbelievable.
Incredible.
Chris Herman's already in it.
All right, now explain the concept of we have some revolving restaurants in the area, right, that are going to be featured. La Lobster is this homestand.
Yep.
Right, explain the concept.
Yep, so we partner with Coca-Cola and the Phillies. We're featuring 7 local restaurants throughout the year, so this is first of 7. So
that's awesome. I can't wait, man.
Today's the last day, so if you want your lobster rolls, you gotta get out there today to get your lobster rolls. So
that's unbelievable.
Later in the month, we'll have our second partner with Valley Pizza, featuring their famous chicken sandwich. So I'll make sure I had that for you guys as well.
Valley Pizza. Where's that located out of?
It's local in Delco.
Okay. Valley Pizza, awesome. And it's going to run throughout the year.
Yep.
Right? Every homestand will change to a different local restaurant.
Yep. So we're like I said, we're featuring 7 local restaurants for a home series, not a homestand, home series.
Home series. Okay.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Man, I can't wait. Thank you so
much.
much.
I can't even talk. Mouth watering.
You guys got some good stuff today.
Yeah, really good stuff. Scott Lauber, who usually comes on with us, picked a bad day to not show up.
Yes, he did.
I might have to take a picture and say you picked a bad day.
I'm going hungry today.
Jason, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much as always.
Awesome.
And we'll get you next homestand.
Yep. Thanks,
appreciate it,
man.
man.
Thanks. That is awesome. All right, Jason Firestone from Aramark. All right, Tommy, we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
I think we had a first this year. I think it's the first time in all the years we've been doing this. I don't know. I can't even count how many years we've been doing this.
Yeah.
But it might be the first time where we don't have one victory to talk about all week.
I know, and that's what's so disappointing. It's not that I'm okay with it, but I'm okay with a losing week. But 0 for week is not good. I mean, if you're 2-3 or 3-4 or whatever it is, it's a losing week. That's great. At least you're right there at the 50-50 line, but to go 0 for 6 now, I mean, that's not real good, man.
And we can pretty much pin it on one area.
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
there's a couple.
Well, there's a couple areas, but really the one area, starting pitchers have a 9.91 ERA over the last 6 games.
Yeah.
It's been 8 games since a starter went 7 innings. So I'm not putting all the blame on the starters, but they certainly have. It's
there's been a couple starts in there where the bullpen gave it up,
right?
And
right.
made it look worse than it was. We were still in the ball game with a chance to do.
True,
but we're not on the same page.
I didn't say all, but yes,
we're not on the same page offensively and defensively. The numbers speak for themselves. The what is it right here? The pitchers for the week basically are 27th in baseball.
Right.
The last 7, and the hitters for the week are 24th in baseball. So we're at the tail end of the spectrum on everything, hitting and pitching, and that combo together is why we're 0-6.
Right,
Yeah?
and we're facing good pitchers, but at the same time, it's pitchers that haven't had good years.
Yeah.
So Urias from L.A. not having a great year, and we hit him a little bit, but Kluber, right, Sale, we hit Sale a little bit, but we're not doing the damage.
We hit him at one end and had a chance to really get to him good, but he got. We kind of weathered the storm.
And the hitters, we go on droughts where Phillies have scored 3 or fewer runs in 16 of 34 games.
Yeah.
So 3 or fewer runs in 16 of 34 games.
That's that right there. There's your sign. And in the other games, we're like, at one time we were like leading baseball in average and hitting, but now we've dropped down.
Well, we lead the National League in hits. We have 312 hits.
Yeah.
So we lead the National League in hits. We're tied for 4th in slugging percentage. If you looked at that stat in a vacuum, you'd say, oh, the Phillies are having a good year. They must have a good record.
Well,
and
you're not looking at the run scored.
We're hitting in spurts. When we do have the good games, we have really good games.
Yeah.
And then we get quiet.
Yeah. There's no in between, no steady Eddie, so to speak.
Right. And then you got Schwarber. Basically, it's struggling at the leadoff spot. He's 0 for I think his last
week.
20.
Yeah. He had some 0 for this week. 3 0 for 5s, 1 0 for 4.
Yep. Well, he's batting 175. He's got a strikeout per every 2.98 at bats.
Yeah, he's scuffling a little bit.
Scuffling, but again, I said they should have put the calendar in his locker that said June, right? That's if he thinks it's June, then we'll be fine.
Yeah, we need to do that. Yeah,
right.
I think you should do Rambo style, sneak in the clubhouse and sneak under the chairs and stuff and put it in there. Yeah.
Now the other thing is Walker is pitching today. Now Walker obviously signed to a 4-year, $72 million contract. He's got a 6.91 ERA. He's got a 14% walk rate through 6 starts. That's obviously not good.
No.
And in the past, he really didn't have a bad walk rate when he pitched. So he said before that, I guess it was after his last start in L.A., he said he throws 6 pitches. He's got a fastball. He's got a splitter. He's got a sinker. He's got a sweeper. He's got a curve, and he's got a cutter. He said they're gonna focus more on his 2 best pitches, the fastball and splitter, and go with the strength, and maybe sprinkle in the other ones here and there. But instead of trying to get too cute, go with his strength.
That's what I probably told. We talked about it a little bit, probably off air a little bit. I was like, what? I don't know if I've ever seen him throw but like 3 or 4 fastballs. In his starts, period. It's like he's always trying to trick or trying to do something, and you end up falling behind guys, and that's not a good way to pitch all the time. You're walking guys, and sooner or later it catches up with you, and that's what happened the past couple starts. Got beat around a little bit. I just hope he's healthy. I want him to
right.
I haven't heard anything else that he's not healthy, but that the little bit of scare last time,
right.
he pitched.
A little tightness.
Yeah. So hope he's just healthy and gets back to the basics of what made him a big league pitcher.
Yep.
He didn't get up here by trying to trick guys all the time. Not necessarily he throws velocity-wise like he used to, but that don't mean you can't throw your fastball. It's command.
Right.
So, you hear L.A. and everybody and them talk about it on the radio and stuff. And he says, what is everybody doing? I got asked the question, like, Falter, what is he doing? When I see him pitch, I said, I don't even know if I've seen him throw a ball down in the zone.
Right.
At least a fastball. I know he's living up in the top of the zone trying to. And when you start doing that and you make a mistake that's, up in the zone
you're going to pay for it.
You're going to pay for it. And that's exactly what happened.
And Bailey's 0-6 for the 5.75 ERA. I hate to say it, but he's the only pitcher in baseball that's 0-6. But we're going to move to positive, Tommy.
Yeah, let's have a positive, man.
It is time now for the Smart Stat of the Week, brought to you by Payroll Service Solutions. Call them today at 1-866-PAY-EASY. That's 1-866-PAY-EASY. Bryce Harper. I mean, the fact that he came back after 160 days, Tommy John surgery, the fastest recovery ever, unbelievable. Scott Lauber wrote a great piece in the Inquirer talking to Carl Crawford.
Yeah.
He talked to somebody else. Is it Gonzalez? Luis Gonzalez.
Yes.
And they came back from Tommy John, but both those guys were amazed that Bryce Harper came back that quickly. So the stat, the payroll smart stat of the week, brought to you by Payroll Service Solutions, is obviously Harper got his first home run last night.
Yes.
Right?
Good piece of hitting, left center. I like that.
His first round tripper since Game 3 of the World Series. In his last games at Citizens Bank Park, regular season and postseason, his last 12 games, he's batting .349 with a .431 on-base percentage, .860 slugging percentage, with 4 doubles, 6 home runs, 15 RBI. And since his return from the injury list this year, he's 6 for 16 with a double and a home run. So he was on base 5 times.
I mean, yeah, the other night.
Yeah, the other night.
Yeah, he was. And I mean, he's adding some pods, obviously some pods and things. He's come out running, so to speak.
Yep.
Into the lineup. He's not, scuffling. He's making good swings and finding a way to get on base and do things, running the bases aggressively.
Yep. He's got that
I'm still
with a big.
I'm still a little upset at baseball about not giving him the time. Yeah, it's ridiculous. They've went to, I can't say what I want to say on air. So,
all right.
I mean, it's he's one of the main guys that it brings people to the ballpark.
Yep.
To watch this great game, and for them not to to give the extra 5 or whatever it is. For that type of thing, to keep that guy on the field possibly, is sort of ludicrous if you ask me.
I agree. All right, that was your Phillies Smart Stat of the Week. Once again, brought to you by Payroll Service Solutions. Call them today at 1-866-PAY-EASY for the smart choice in payroll services. Call them again at 1-866-PAY-EASY. All right, Tommy, we are going to go to break. But coming up on the show, we're going to have TJ Farrell. TJ Farrell works for the Phils. I've worked with him closely. He is in charge of the Fantastic Auction, which kicks off tomorrow morning. And he's the one who puts together all the items.
Oh, man, so he's been going to war, man. He's been humping it.
We've been doing this for a while, right? TJ's been involved for a while. When we go through this list, you'll see fans are going to have the opportunity to bid on the coolest opportunities. You won't even believe it. Someone is going to have the opportunity to spring training. The managers and the coaches sit on chairs out on the
outside the dugout.
Not in the dugout, outside.
Yeah, right there by the batting circle behind a little screen,
Somebody is going to have the opportunity to sit there all game in spring training. You get a spring training.
Oh, that's cool.
We'll have TJ explain it, but I think you get flight, hotel, the whole deal. You obviously get games.
That is pretty
tickets
cool,
to the
man.
game, and you're like basically an assistant
coach. Hang out with Topper, man.
Is that the coolest thing?
Yeah.
And that might not even be the coolest thing that he's got. So we will talk all about that. You're listening to the Septa Baseball Insider Show, presented by BCWSA. We are live from Pass and Stowe.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
Septa offers a variety of career opportunities. Our core business is transit, and with 5 modes of service, we rely on and need operators, engineers, and conductors. But it takes a host of other specialties, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, and more to keep the system moving. As an employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start. Supporting families as they grow. and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
Septa offers a variety of career opportunities. Our core business is transit, and with 5 modes of service, we rely on and need operators, engineers, and conductors. But it takes a host of other specialties, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, and more to keep the system moving. As an employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org.
We now return to the Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Phillies Director of Fun and Games John Brazer and former pitcher from the '93 National League champion Phillies, Tommy Greene.
All right, we are back to the Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA, live from Pass and Stowe at Citizens Bank Park. I am John Brazer, joined by my co-host and good buddy Tommy Greene. And Tommy, we had Jason Firestone came in, and I'm telling you, I did a little biting down on that lobster roll. Wow.
How about that,
It's
man?
so good. My daughter Charlotte is here. We're doing a doubleheader. We're going into the Sixers game today. A little daddy-daughter bonding. And she's got the nachos
sure
that
she
Jason
likes
brought
that?
over.
You sure she likes that?
What, hanging with me or going to the games?
Yeah, well, she likes going to the
Well,
games.
it all depends on how we're doing, right? Now, Charlotte,
Because you get a little stressed, and I can see.
Charlotte knows that I am the calmest person watching sports, right? Look at that face, right?
Yeah.
So, yes, as long as the Phillies win and the Sixers win, then everything will be fine.
Yes.
Right?
And have a good day.
I expect today for us to turn around in both series. The Fightin' Phil's going to win today. Taijuan Walker is going to surprise everybody and come out, throw his fastball, throw his
Command his fastball, and
his splitter,
give us a good
and
ball
then we're
game.
good to go. All right, and then the Sixers they're going to finally Celtics going to go cold, and Harden's going to come back and have a good game, or maybe Embiid's going to go lights out, maybe Maxey, somebody, maybe Melton will come off the bench.
Oh yeah,
So,
I mean,
all
it
right.
can be done.
Yes, that's a 3:30 game. A little crazy down here in the complex area, but right now, TJ Farrell has been with the Phillies for. Come on, T. How long have you been here?
This is season number 10.
Season number 10.
How about that?
It goes by so quick. I'm thinking he's been here like 5 years.
How old are you?
I don't-
Because he's not old enough to be in here 10 years.
Well, he
is
started when he was 5, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
A big Villanova guy, Tommy. Big
Yeah,
Villanova guy.
Yeah.
So anyway, you are in community relations.
Yeah.
And you've been put in charge of the Fantastic Auction for a while, right? So you come up with the items, right? And sometimes we'll do a lot of repeats from the year before, but oftentimes you're trying to come up with new items. What are some, and this is going to kick off tomorrow morning, right?
Absolutely. It kicks off May 8th, tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
And it goes for,
until May 19th. And there's going to be 4 staggered times that the items will close on May 19th. So they'll close at 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and 9 o'clock.
and it's all online.
All online at phillies.com/fantastic auction.
Okay, so some of the items we mentioned going to break. I think that it's probably the coolest item, but I don't know. You be the judge because there's so many great items. So I said, and it is flight, right? Flight to spring training.
Flight, hotel, game tickets, everything's taken care of from the Phillies, and you'll have the opportunity to manage the game with Rob Thompson down at spring training.
I mean, it doesn't get any better other than getting into the game, but you don't want to get in the game because anybody who's bidding on that is obviously not, they might get exposed out there, but you can't get exposed when you're telling Rob, hey, man, maybe you should move, Sosa over a little to the right.
Exactly. We try to make sure that people are living out their major league dreams in items like this, and I don't think there's any other opportunity than,
sort of like
than this item.
The ultimate fantasy camp. You just say, for us, they get to do the sort of the same thing.
All right, so let's talk about some other, because I know they're broken down in a lot of different things. You have some other unbelievable once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. So, and then you have memorabilia, and you got some other. So, what are some of the other super cool opportunities fans will be able to bid on?
Yeah, like you said, we try to have a mix of new items for our new fans and some of our older items that maybe fans didn't get the chance to do last year. One of the items that is coming back this year is a kids' wiffle ball party with Bryce Harper. So if you're looking for the greatest birthday party of all time for your child, you can throw it here at Citizens Bank Park at the yard, the wiffle ball field, with an appearance by the 2022 NLCS MVP himself. We also have new Phillies shortstop Trey Turner, who's going to be giving a private hitting lesson. And one of those newer items that we have is a video game party on the scoreboard. So you and your friends can come down on the brand new Fan Division, and you'll be joined by Ranger Suarez and Sir Anthony Dominguez. So talk about a cool party to have.
Yeah.
Like, totally cool. Like, I'm telling you, if you're going to have a birthday party or bar mitzvah, Sweet 16, whatever it is, I mean, how cool is that? All right, then also I think Hugh Douglas, right, is also Joe DeCamera doing a party.
Fantastic auction is presented by our friends at Sports Radio WIP, so we want to thank them for coming out and doing an ultimate yard party. So if you're looking for a place to have a company party or a family reunion or a bachelor/bachelorette party, you can rent out the yard for 4 hours.
And that could be fun.
That's a climbing wall.
Climbing wall, hot dog
pitch.
launcher, speed pitch, wiffle ball. You get the whole area for 4 hours with an appearance by Hugh Douglas and Joe DeCamera.
That's awesome. How about some of the announcers?
The camera, no, Douglas, yeah.
Hey, they both said they think they can hit one out of the wiffle ball yard, so we'll see.
That sounds like the camera.
How about another one is, how about someone's going to be able to take batting practice before the Phillies home game?
Yeah, thanks to our Phillies coaches here. We have a very generous coaching staff that's going to allow 6 people to come down before the game, so your group of 6 will be able to go down on the field before the Phillies take batting practice and take some hacks on field.
Oh, that to me, there's nothing better than being on that field out there. That aspect, being that view for a fan, it's just a different thing. Where you get to turn around and look at the fan or at the stadium.
Yeah, and you say, I sat there for that game, I sat here for this game. It's a different vantage point.
That's a cool thing.
And then also you've got like different parties too. You can have a home run derby party, right, with Kyle Schwarber.
Yep, at the yard, a wiffle ball home run derby at the yard with Kyle Schwarber.
You can have Bryson Stott is a big ping pong guy.
Yep.
Right, so you can have a ping pong party with Bryson Stott.
Ping pong.
Are you a good ping pong player?
No, that'd be incorrect.
No?
Yeah.
For some reason I would have thought you would be.
Nah.
Aaron Nola, you can be the honorary Philly for day and have a catch with Aaron Nola.
That's pretty cool.
Right? I mean, you can have a dinner party with Dave Dombrowski. So I guess that's up in the executive dining room?
It is. We have 3 dinner parties this year. One you can bet on is with Phillies President of Baseball Operations, Dave Dombrowski. Second one is with our CEO, John Middleton. And our third one is with Mike Schmidt, legendary third baseman for the Phillies. So we have 3 different dinner parties that you can bid on. A fourth one that you can bid on that's also technically a dinner party but doesn't constitute with any Phillies VIP is you can have a private dinner party on field for 10 people. So the table will be set up at home plate.
Our friend Cindy Webster did that. It was fantastic one year. Now, that's interesting. Now, Dombrowski, Middleton, or Schmidt, right? So it's totally like, I'm trying to think if I didn't work for the Phillies and I was a fan, they all be cool in a different way. Dombrowski would be awesome because you want to know what goes on behind the
mastermind,
the inside story of how did you sign Bryce Harper or how did you the trades that went down, right, and all the different teams he's been with. You get John Middleton, you got the owner, and how cool is that? You get a basically one-on-one with the owner where you can find out the same thing, how to operate a team. And Mike Schmidt, obviously, go through all of his baseball exploits.
On the players aspect.
If you were a fan, Mike or Tommy, which one would you do?
Oh, it'd be. I'd have me personally. I would do Schmitty. I like Schmitty. Yeah. Being a player, I'd like to know the way he thought about things as a player and that type of thing. Yeah. How he looked at pitching, how he looked at hitting.
That's the great thing about this is you can't go wrong with all 3. All 3 are going to provide you with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to have an incredible night here at the ballpark.
Yeah.
And we didn't even say all to go towards ALS, all to
Phillies Charities. Yep.
Phillies Charities. Sorry, Phillies Charities. Right.
Yep.
Right.
Supporting the ALS Association of Philadelphia as well.
Phillies Charities. So also, Tommy being an alumni, you've got some alumni experiences. What are some of the alumni experiences? I'm sure you're going to have. Well, actually, one of my favorites, we've done this many years, is the managing one.
Yep. So Larry Boa and Charlie Manuel, 2 of the most prolific figures in Phillies history. They're going to come back out of retirement from their managerial duties, and they're going to come to your Little League game and coach your team. So that one's going to be – we've done that for a couple of years, and the games get intense. And the last 2 years, we've had Charlie and Larry actually coach against each other. So
everybody gets a full flavor of Larry.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, people are going to pay to get yelled at by Larry, right?
And you will get yelled at.
One of my favorite people.
Oh, my God.
Well, then also the guy who sits out there behind a little booth in Bull's Barbecue.
Yeah, he's
right?
going to throw a different sort of dinner party. So he's going to come to your house, and we're going to cater for up to 40 people of his famous Bull's Barbecue.
Wow, that right there.
That's one of our high-profile ones every year.
That's a big one.
Right, so that could be like, can he do it for Thanksgiving? Like, can you have a Thanksgiving dinner with
in the rules, it says has to be done in 2023. So if you want Bulls for Thanksgiving, I don't see why not. If there's an appearance by Greg Lazinski, I don't know if he wants to give up his Thanksgiving, but if he does, hey, why not?
Well, I was thinking too, like if you were getting married, right, you could have your rehearsal dinner with Bull's Barbecue. Right?
That would be. You're thinking right now.
I know.
I think you got some the little gerbils up there.
He's running around. He might have broken his leg on the habit trail, though. All right. How about let's say you're on a slow pitch softball team, and let's say you're coming down to the wire and you need a win to basically get you into the playoffs. Well, maybe you should bid on this item because what can you do?
You can have former Phillies outfielder and hitting coach Milt Thompson join your softball team for a game. So, and he's still got it too. He hit on the field a couple weeks ago, and he was still putting him out.
Hey, he might be playing today. I mean, he's unbelievable. He still can hit, man.
And the cool thing about Milt, I think I've mentioned this on the show, but Milt Thompson, and you know the story, and I didn't know until we interviewed him on our podcast. Milt Thompson played second base as a kid. Jackie Robinson was his favorite player, as a kid. He wanted to play second. He wanted to be second base because of Jackie Robinson. Well, his dad said, Milt, you can't play second base. He said, why not? He said, you're left-handed. Left-handers never played second base. You can't play second base as a left-hander. So most normal people would They'd switch.
They'd go outfield
or
first base,
wherever.
Pitch.
Right. But what does he do? He learns how to throw at however old he is, 10 years old. He learns how to throw right-handed. And, it's one thing to just try to learn that, but not only did he learn it, but he became a major league outfielder with his right hand, not his left hand.
Well, and I remember one day he was in the outfield just doing it, and I didn't know he was left-handed or could use it. And because I was always used to seeing him throw right-handed, and all of a sudden he picked up a ball and just went, threw it left-handed. I was like, oh, my God, he could. I said, you can pitch.
It's crazy. All right. So that means that he could pitch left-handed or right-handed.
Yeah.
Right? It's slow pitch. That's awesome. All right.
And he can break.
TJ, can you stick around for one more segment because we haven't even got to the memorabilia?
Yep, happy to.
All right. Coming up in the show, we're going to have TJ Farrell from our community relations talking about the fantastic auction. We're going to go through some more items about the memorabilia. If you're a big memorabilia fan, you might want to learn about what's coming up and what you can bid on because there's some really crazy things. So you're listening to Septa Baseball Insiders Show presented by BCWSA. We are live from Pass and Stowe at Citizens Bank Park.
This is Tommy Greene from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. And here's the pitch. BCWSA water and sewer customers, you have a new and improved option to pay your bill that's convenient, reliable, and secure. Powered by Invoice Cloud, you can pay your bill 24/7 online, pay by text or phone, or sign up for autopay to avoid fees for late or missed payments. Visit bcwsa.net to sign up or for more info. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA. Proven.
Septa offers a variety of career opportunities. Our core business is transit, and with 5 modes of service, we rely on and need operators, engineers, and conductors. But it takes a host of other specialties, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, and more to keep the system moving. As an employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
Septa offers a variety of career opportunities. Our core business is transit, and with 5 modes of service, we rely on and need operators, engineers, and conductors. But it takes a host of other specialties, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, and more to keep the system moving. As an employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org.
You're listening to 1490 WBCB, Levittown, Fairless Hills, Trenton, and now heard as well on FM at 107.3 FM, W297CL, Levittown.
We now return to the Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Phillies Director of Fun and Games John Brazer and former pitcher from the 93 National League champion Phillies, Tommy Greene.
All right, we are back to Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA live from Pass and Stowe at Citizens Bank Park. John Brazer here with Tommy Greene, Tita Greene.
Yeah, pal. Wow.
And we have our guest, TJ Farrell in our Community Relations Department talking about the fantastic auction which kicks off tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. online, Phillies.com.
This is going to be unbelievable, man. All
the
this
best
stuff
items we've ever had. Again, we've talked about managing on the field, spring training, having Milt Thompson be on your softball team, having parties with Bryce Harper out the yard. But some of the things we did not talk about, TJ, is some of the items that are memorabilia. A lot of people out there are huge memorabilia items, and one of the coolest things is sitting in your lap right now. What do you got?
Yeah, so it's the 30th anniversary of Tommy's 1993 NL champion team.
Hey, how about that?
So, if you take a look at this base
show the
right
camera
here,
too. Show the camera. All right.
So that is signed by the members of the 93 team who were with us for the 25th anniversary in 2018. So some great names on there. Dave Hollins, Tommy Greene, Ricky Jordan, John Kruk, Kurt Schilling, Lee Thomas, the general manager, signed in the top right. We also have Danny Jackson, Izzy, Mickey, Larry Boa, the third base coach. So that is a pretty awesome game-used base from the 93 anniversary.
That is awesome. Wow. So someone gets that. There's another one. There's on the desk right here. We got to make sure that we're watching that carefully because that's a very valuable item. And what do we got there?
Yeah, obviously we had an incredible run last year. The 2022 Phillies are now one of the most beloved teams in franchise history. So we have a lot of items for the 2022 NL champs. That item that is in Tommy's hands is a World Series baseball signed by the team. So you'll see some of your fan favorites on there: Aaron Nola, Bryce Harper, Brandon Marsh, Ranger Suarez, Alvarado, JT. Yep. So there's a lot of names on there. There's 29 names on that baseball right there. We also have a couple other 2022 items. We have a game-used base from the day it all started, April 8th, opening day.
Wow.
Signed by the lineup from that game. You see some names on there like Castellanos, Schwarber, Gregorius, Stott, Hoskins. So it's pretty cool. Tommy, I'll let you hold on to that one.
Yep.
We also have game-used baseballs from all 86 games played from opening day until Game 5 of the NLCS. So you get 86 baseballs, one used from each game last season.
Wait, that whole pack. So we're not doing it separately. It's someone's going to get all 86 baseballs.
Someone's going to go home with 86 baseballs, one game-used baseball from each game, opening day until Game 5 of the NLCS last season.
All right, one of the items that should be one of the highest, might be the highest. You have a collection of 100 autographed Phillies bats. Talk about that.
Are you just bringing that up because Tommy Greene's bat is in that collection?
Yes.
How about that?
We have a collection of 100 autographed bats, and it ranges from the 1976 Phillies until the 2023 Phillies. It's an incredible assortment. You have names like Mike Schmidt.
So an individual Mike Schmidt bat.
Yes.
Then you're going to have an individual Tommy Greene bat.
Greg Lazinski.
Tomei?
Jim Tomey, Juan Samuel. You have Hall of Famers, Silver Sluggers, All-Stars, Postseason Heroes, fan favorites. It's 100 different autographed bats.
That's unbelievable. What will that go for?
I don't know. We did a package last year where we did 10 of the bats, and it went for $5,000. So can't wait to see what this one of 100 goes for.
I mean, for a lot of reasons you should want that.
Yeah.
One, that's very cool. All right. We also have Well, there's a Vet Stadium memorabilia package, right?
There is. So it's the 20th anniversary of the final innings of Veterans Stadium. So we have a Vet Stadium package that contains 20 pieces of memorabilia from not only that season, but the entire Vet tenure. So we have a team signed baseball from the 2003 team with the Specialty Veterans Stadium logo. We have seats with the final innings logo on it, as well as a game-used base from the last game played at Veterans Stadium.
Can you throw in a feral cat that was living at the Vet back
if we
then?
can find it, we can.
Right.
There were enough of them.
Yeah, there was enough in there. That is awesome. And then also you have a Hall of Fame autographed baseball collection.
Yep, so it's 12 members of the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame that spent their careers in Philadelphia. So you have people like Mike Schmidt, Steve Carlton, Robin Roberts, Roy Halladay, so people that are known for being Phillies, but then you also have people that spent a little bit of their career in Philadelphia. Pedro Martinez, Tony Perez, Jim Thome, Pat Gillick. So it's an incredible collection of 12 baseballs.
All right, and then what we didn't get through this, I just noticed this from Alumni Experiences, that Phillies legends John Kruk, right? You got a misspelling here, just said the editor in me right there. It's
John Kruk.
It's not Captain Kirk.
Not Kirk.
But John Kruk and L.A., who just turned 70.
Yep.
How about L.A.?
How would you like to do a behind-the-scenes tour of Citizens Bank Park with those two knuckleheads?
Oh, my God. You said the word, knucklehead.
Like you might lose 5 pounds just laughing at those two guys.
You will be sore the next day from laughing. Yeah.
I would pay money for that one, right? All right, then let's talk about some other things, too, because there's some game day experiences, right? Like watching a game. You watching a game with Brian Dawkins?
Yep, so Brian Dawkins is coming to town on May 23rd. He'll be here, and he's generously donated some of his time during the game to stop up to your private suite with catering for a game. He'll stop in, he'll take some pictures, sign some autographs, and tell some stories about his playing days.
Oh, what a nice guy. I was with him the other day at his charity.
Yep.
Yeah, what a great guy.
And then if you want a one-day resume booster, right, you could be a Phillies intern for a day, and you can even work with the Phillies, but also go to the Rob Thompson's post-game interview.
Yep, so we'll send you to 5 different departments throughout the Phillies front office, and then you'll finish the night by attending Rob Thompson's post-game press conference in the media room.
What if you want to be famous on radio or TV?
You can do that as well. You can live broadcast an inning on either radio or TV, so whatever you prefer, there's an experience for you.
What if you're a big concert guy? Because I know we have some concerts here.
We have 3 separate concert packages, actually 4. 2 of them consider our post-game concerts. So if you're a fan of the band AJR, you can meet the band before they go on for their show.
That's awesome.
You'll also be permitted to go on the field before anyone else can, so you'll be guaranteed first row for the AJR concert. The second concert package actually involves Shaquille O'Neal, so DJ Diesel is coming to play a post-game concert at Citizens Bank Park. You'll get a private suite for 24 with your friends and family, and then you'll get to go on the field afterwards and watch Shaq perform his concert. The other 2, the one package that we put together this year involves concerts that are on non-game days, so they're the bigger concerts at Citizens Bank Park. This package is incredible. It's Morgan Wallen tickets, Pink tickets, Dead & Company tickets, and Bruce Springsteen tickets. So you get 2 tickets to each one of those concerts and a private Phillies press box, air-conditioned private bathroom, food and beverage. It's unbelievable.
Well, my daughter Charlotte wants to go to Morgan Wallen, so maybe I might start bidding on that. How about some other things? You can be in the team photo with a friend.
Yep, so if you think this team's going all the way, and you last year we had someone who thought that they were going to go to the World Series, so that's why he bid on it. And now he has a keepsake of him with the 2022 NL champs. So he was thinking ahead for sure. So if you think that, you can come down and get your picture with the 2023 team photo.
What if you're a big Fanatic fan? Which everyone is, but you're a super
This is
Fanatic
the
fan.
first year we're doing this, so this is going to be one of our high-profile items. You can go and shoot hot dogs with the Philly Fanatic for a game. Yeah, so thanks to the Fanatic team for generously donating that one this year.
And then we're actually playing in Williamsport on August 20th, right? And it's called the Little League Classic. These games are not for sale.
They're not for sale, nope.
It is only basically Major League Baseball. Papers the house. The teams get a certain amount, right, for family, friends.
And the fantastic auction. So thanks to our friends in the MLB offices, we were generously donated 2 tickets for the Little League Classic experience happening on August 20th. So you and a friend can go up and see the game in person. You'll be the only fans there.
All right, a couple more. Tommy Greene right here is the biggest golfer. Loves golf. He could do a golf radio show.
Oh, I'd love it.
And he'd be really good at it. So what happens if you're a huge golfer and you happen to be a Phillies fan?
This is another one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences. So after the season concludes, late November, we're going to turn Citizens Bank Park into a golfer's paradise. And you're going to be able to shoot from the 300 level and chip onto the field. So we're going to set up holes on the field, in the outfield. You'll be able to chip from the 300 level onto second base, center field. We'll put different holes throughout the ballpark.
That's awesome. I'd love to get involved in that one.
Can I put you on the spot?
Sure.
Can we do it with Tommy Greene?
Tommy wants to. I don't see why not.
What do you think, Tommy?
See when is that happening?
Well, I think you've come up with
November.
a mutually.
However, you can't bring your driver because you'll put it through our brand new scoreboard. We don't need that.
This is the wedge competition.
I'm telling you, if you put Tommy Greene, we might want to add that to it. Think about it. Don't
think
commit.
about it. Yeah.
But Tommy would be cool. You do it with Tommy.
Oh,
you're putting Tommy on the spot more than me. We'll happily take Tommy.
I know Tommy. We're actually playing Oakmont this year, end of July.
Bucket list.
And we also played Wingfoot 5 years ago?
Yes, yep.
Together, we played Marion together.
Yep.
So he's kind of my ticket to. Well, we're both each other's tickets to these places.
Brazer knows everybody. You know that.
If it's best ball, that's the guy you want to take too.
But Tommy would be good because he's also can give you a lot of lessons when you're up there.
Yeah.
You know, because he's a technician as well.
It's the same thing with Mel Thompson in softball.
Right,
You're
exactly.
On that, but he's also going to give you some hitting tips as well.
Yes, exactly.
All right, one last one, then we'll let you go. Bedlam at the Bank. Scott Fransky, coined that Bedlam at the Bank. Talk about this reenactment you can do, because I think this is super creative and super cool.
Yeah, we're really excited for this one. We think that this one has the potential to be the top seller this year. So it's called Bedlam at the Bank, and you get to reenact 6 of your favorite moments from Phillies history on field at Citizens Bank Park, where you take out the players and you put in you and your friends and family as the stars of the show. So say you want to reenact the Reese bat spike, or say you want to reenact the Brad Lidge to Carlos Ruiz final out of the 2008 World Series with the dog pile. You get to reenact that. We'll have Phillies Productions down there to shoot the whole thing. Then we'll create a home movie for you with our announcers announcing over the action as well.
So I remember
awesome.
when these guys in 1993 clinched against beat the Braves at home.
Yeah.
And I remember everyone piling over the dugout, railing, right?
Yeah.
I forget who it was. It was
it wasn't. We didn't have a railing back then. We come right out the dugout.
Well, something. You guys are going. Someone fell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. I think it was Wes, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know, but it was like
or Tony
I remember
Longmire.
it
could have been Longmire.
When everyone came out, you can reenact that. You can reenact anything, right?
Yeah, your 6 favorite moments. Up to 15 people can attend this. It's going to be incredible, and it's a home movie that you'll have forever.
I'd like to see somebody jump like Mitch did.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah,
that?
He looked like he was jump.
Yeah, but it was unbelievable.
Yeah, he looked like Eddie Van Halen.
Yes, he did.
With the scissors kick, the thing. Can someone reenact Johnny Fresh, that famous mascot that was
They can do that any day. They don't need to bid on it. They can just do that any day they want.
Tommy, did you know I was a mascot back in the day with out in the left field bleachers? I was Johnny Fresh. It was like an Austin Powers type character.
Okay, it doesn't shock me, but no, I didn't know
with lemon lime.
We might need to pay someone to do that instead of have them
Wait,
bid.
when was your last year with the Phillies?
95.
Yeah, this is about 97. So I missed it. So
I was with Houston.
Matt Mailer was lemon lime, and I was Johnny Fresh.
Oh,
it'll go down in infamy. All right, so
that's probably an understatement, Brazer.
TJ, thank you very much for joining us. And again, everyone, be ready because tomorrow morning on Phillies.com at 6 a.m. Right, you can start bidding, and the bidding ends in staggered times. The 2 Fridays from then.
Yep, Friday the 19th. And the website is live now if you want to go take a look. Bidding starts tomorrow morning, but if you want to go look at all 61 items, they're up on Phillies.com/fantastic auction.
And again, you might have to insert Tommy Greene on the golf package.
Yeah, hey, I'd love to be a part. Whatever I can do to help the charities, that'd be great.
All right, TJ, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Coming up on the show, Tommy and I will get you set for today's game. You're listening to Septa Baseball Insiders Show presented by BCWSA. We are live from Pass the Stove.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, prove it.
Septa offers a variety of career opportunities. Our core business is transit, and with 5 modes of service, we rely on and need operators, engineers, and conductors. But it takes a host of other specialties, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, and more to keep the system moving. As an employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
Septa offers a variety of career opportunities. Our core business is transit, and with 5 modes of service, we rely on and need operators, engineers, and conductors. But it takes a host of other specialties, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, and more to keep the system moving. As an employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org.
We now return to the Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Phillies Director of Fun and Games John Brazer and former pitcher from the '93 National League champion Phillies, Tommy Greene.
All right, we are back to Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA. We are live from Pass and Stowe at Citizens Bank Park. And Tommy, we got a big match tonight, right? Big game.
Yeah.
2 big games. I'm going over across the street,
Yep.
as I mentioned. So
You got a full day, Brace.
We need a 2 for 2 against Boston. Right now, we are 0 for 3, so we need a 2 for 2. Here's the lineup. It looks like Topper took Schwarber out of the leadoff spot.
Yep.
And Stott is back in. So Stott is leading off, batting .295 this year. Turner is batting second. Harper, DHing, batting third. Castellanos going fourth.
Yep.
Cleanup hitter. Having a nice year, hitting .304 with 4 home runs. Lots of doubles. Schwarber leads the team in home runs, but he's needs to get going again. I think they should tell him it's June.
I think you need to do your Rambo. Put your paint on and
go down there. Real Muto batting 6th, catching. Bohm playing first base, batting 7th. Brandon Marsh playing center field, batting 8th, and Edmundo Sosa is batting 9th. And as I mentioned, Taijuan Walker is on the hill, on the bump. By the way, Sosa has hit safely in 17 of his 21 starts this season. He's batting .319 in those starts.
That's a good surprise right there, right? It's good to see him jumping off like that because he adds a flair and to the game when he's in there. I mean, obviously he plays a good third base too when he's down there. And for him to hit too, where they got him hitting that in the bottom of the lineup, it helped turning that over to give us a possibility for those guys to drive him in. That's awesome.
And that's why it was such a shocker when he missed the ball. I still don't know, in L.A. where we had that game in the big 8th inning, line drive. I don't know if that ball knuckled. I don't know if he just kind of took his eye off it.
Well, I doubt he took. So, but you got to look at sometimes you play in these big stadiums, and balls are hit, and sometimes they get into the stands or the people. I mean, it could get in. I mean, people have got light shirts, and I mean, it's different things. You never know what it gets into. But you said it too. I've seen balls knuckle. I mean, hit off me that you could see it going out especially to the outfield, and you can see it knuckling.
Yep.
I mean, and if it's hit like hard to third base like that, and all it takes is a little movement that could cause you to miss something like that. It's unbelievable.
We are facing Tanner Houck. He's a right-handed pitcher. Tanner Houck is 3-1, but he's got a 5.34 ERA. So it's somebody that we should be able to hit.
Well, somebody is gettable.
Gettable. Now, again, Taijuan Walker, it's a big start for him. Again, he's got it, as they mentioned, he's going to try to simplify it and go more to the splitter fastball with some of the other pitches thrown in. Boston's lineup, they got Verdugo. They got Yoshida, who's fresh from Japan.
Yep.
I'm going to get to him in a second. Then you got Tapia, Devers, and we got to halt Devers. Devers is on fire against us. Duran,
Devers can hit, man.
Casas, Valdez, Hernandez, and Wong. So that's who we got to take on.
They're playing good ball, man. Boston is. You know, they really are.
They are. So big game today. We got to get on track. We got to start going. Well, how about this? Yoshida is a guy that signed a contract in the offseason.
Yep.
Big contract with the Red Sox. Was a star in Japan, a young guy, and he was a huge Harper fan. Huge Harper fan. He wore 34, which is Harper's number when he was with the Nats.
Yeah.
Right? He named his dog, I think it was a bulldog, named Harper. Right? So what happens is before the game yesterday, Harper came up to Yoshida and gave him 2 autographed bats. One was an autographed game-used bat from the NLCS. Gave another bat to him. He also gave him a pair of new green spikes.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
That's a class move by Harper, man. That's awesome.
Harper,
you know what? That's going right back to his home in Japan. I mean, the people are going to love. I mean, not that they don't love Harper over there already. It's going to make it even more.
I totally agree. I think it's so cool. I mean, I know some of the old schoolers don't like camaraderie before the game, but that's something a little different.
Well, I mean, why they don't like that is because
talking on the field.
We used to get fined for it. Yeah.
Right.
You know, so now it's just completely different.
Right. All right. It's a big game. All right. Let's talk a little bit across the street, Tommy. I don't know if you're a big basketball fan, but Sixers. What's your prediction today? 3:30 game.
Well,
Celtics. It's a desperate game.
Prediction,
they absolutely have to win this.
They need to win this. So, I mean, I'm calling for the win because they need to step up. And they didn't get in this position to have, by not being able to win and step up to games. And
right.
I think this is one of those times they need to do that. They got to find a way to beat the demon, a little bit. They got to get over the hump a little bit with these guys a little bit. To get and if they do that today, it's game on.
Then we're back, and then it comes down to a best-of-3 series.
Yep.
All right, shifting back to baseball, we play the Blue. We have Mondays off, and then we got Tuesday, Wednesday against the Blue Jays, right?
Yeah.
And
we've had a tough stretch here playing the teams we've played.
Yes. Now Guerrero, Vlad has a left wrist injury.
Does he? I didn't know that.
He missed yesterday's game, so maybe that's a good sign, right? But they still have.
Bad Daddy's hurt, but.
They still have a pretty devastating lineup.
Well, they got a lot of talented guys, a lot of youthful guys too. They're a young team, overall. Yeah,
I mean we're going to face Gary Varshow's son.
Yep.
Right, and he actually.
That's Dalton, right?
Yeah, he played well against us. But they've got George Springer.
He played with the Diamondbacks.
Yes, they got George Springer. They got Bo Bichette. They got Chapman, who came over from the A's.
Yep.
They got that Alejandro Kirk, who's he looks like a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
The catcher. They got Whit Merrifield, very good player.
That guy can hit, man. He's always a good player.
And it looks like we're going to be facing some good pitchers, too. We're not getting breaks there. So on Tuesday...
We got to beat the teams. We got to beat good ball teams,
Tuesday we have Alek Manoah that we're going up against. Very tough pitcher. And then we've got Wednesday in the 2-game series, Kevin Gosman.
Yep.
Who
we're facing their guys.
So we're facing...
We're missing Barrios, right?
Yes, we are, because it's only a 2-game series.
Yep.
So, all right, well, the Fightin' Phils need to get back on the right track. We are 15-19, lost our last 6 straight. Starting rotation's got a 5.03 ERA, but I think we're going to turn it around today.
Starts
Tommy.
today.
It starts today with Taiwan Walker.
New week. This is our new week.
2 minutes? All right, we'll go 1 minute. All right, well, my prediction, by the way, is that we do win today. I'm predicting a sweep against Boston today.
Okay.
I'm predicting that Taiwan Walker is going to have a good game. I'm also predicting that Castellanos is going to be the star of the game for us. I think he's going to have a big game. And I think over the Sixers across the street, my theory is that Harden's going to have back. I think Embiid will have a good game, but I think Harden's
going to be the difference maker.
Harden's going to be the difference maker. So that's what I got. Yeah. All right. So, Tommy, that wraps up today's Septa Baseball Insiders Show, presented by BCWSA, live from Paso Stowe. Thanks to my co-host, Tommy Greene, our on-site engineer, Chris Ermer. Back in the studio, Brooks St. Ives. And thanks to our guests today, TJ Farrell and Jason Firestone. And thanks to you for listening. We will be back next Sunday at Lou's Farm Mart. We did that before.
Yeah, Lou. Get
right?
down and see Lou.
At the Farm Mart, and Ben Salem, PA, will be there from 12 to 1. It's before the Phillies take on the Colorado Rockies. Have a great weekend, as the late, great Harry the K says.
We're out of here.
You've been listening to the Septa Baseball Insiders Show presented by Lactico. Tonight's show is an exclusive presentation of 1490 AM, heard throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.